there we go.
Wow.
So, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Season 5 of RPM. We enter a new season with rain. As you can see on the screen, we arrived at Portugal for Season 5 in the Championship. We are back with one division. I'm back on Championship, joined by the First Division commentator.
Newly promoted.
Newly promoted, yeah, because First Division or Seniors is turned into First Division and First Division combined with Championship. New drivers as well. So I will have a quick rundown of the drivers. I think we almost have a full grid, so that will help. I put on this in the meantime, because I don't think anyone else will go out at this moment. We see Jimmy, who has moved from the Alfa Romeo to Alpine. He has stayed in the Championship. Don is, I think he was in the Championship last season as well. I'm not so sure. Haas is still in the Aston Martin, promoted to Championship. We got Dragos is gone to the Championship in Mercedes. Jono has gone to McLaren in the Mercedes. Booty got the call up from First Division to Championship in the AlphaTauri. Tonchek and his teammate Dino in the Alfa Romeo returned after missing Season 4. We got Wardy, the Ferrari driver from First Division, I think it was, or Seniors, I'm not so sure. He's in the Championship car with Craigo. Craigo still in the Championship for Ferrari, which were previously, I think it was Haas and Spritzy, so Spritzy wasn't too happy about that. But yeah, let's see. We have Cosmo is back in the Championship now in Mercedes. Snitzy is promoted to the Championship in McLaren. Freefall is back in the Haas. And then we got both champions, Matt and Rika, from the First Division and the Seniors Championship together in the team. So they are a team one to watch, in my opinion, if I look at the drivers. And Rodo has made the move from his Championship winning team Red Bull to Alpine as well. That is a quick rundown from the grid.
Just in time as well, as we've got Tonsek heading round to turn 14 to start his flying lap, so we'll see how his grip is on the first lap. Obviously, a very cold track to begin with, and half of the grid already following him around on their outlaps, so away he goes then. Let's follow, and let's see what his braking zones are, because as I've just told you, I haven't done any practice in the rain, so God knows what the braking zones could be. Going to be 100 meters? Yes, it is. Steady on the power. Oh, and he nearly drops it straight away. Is he going to continue the lap? I think he's going to get a banker lap here. He's going to keep going. There's already a yellow flag, and McLaren, I think, has got out of the way.
Yep.
Downhill braking. 100 meter board again.
Purple, of course, but he's the first one on track. Or entering the first sector.
And rain is expected throughout the entirety of this session.
And it's dry in the race, it seems like.
And it's dry in the race, yeah. Which is always good.
I think that will mean that we see some mixed setups in this session. But I'm assuming everyone will go on the dry setup. It's easier. But it will be a risky session then in the qualifying. Got some guys watching us on YouTube, and Robin is saying new comes. Yeah, Glacier has joined me from the First Division.
The latest commentary partnership.
Yeah.
In fact, the only commentary partnership, I believe, consistently. Jones and Spritzy. Whoa! As in Tonsek nearly drops it there, coming out the final corner. 128.6. So. So that's at least maybe 10, 11 seconds behind the dry pace.
Yeah, I have no clue what is a representative time in the wets.
No.
Oh.
His dry, well, it hasn't been beaten so far.
Well.
And Craigo posts 2.5 tenths.
I need to see who's the next one. Is Rodo going for it? Seems like it. Oh yeah, he's the track is drying up. No, not drying up, but becoming faster every second. Or Rodo just put in a really strong lap. But Smith now close behind as well. So I've is telling us 123, 125 in the wets. That's quite some time of what they are setting now. But it is possible, of course. "20 driver grid." I'm used to like 12 in the championship, so I have to switch a lot during the during the qualifyings. Sorry if I miss a lap.
I'm doing my best to keep an eye out on the guys on an outlap right now. It's only, I believe, Spritzy still beating Don who've gone out, or who are on the preparation lap.
Yeah, Spritzy is setting purple on sector 2, so he's pushing.
Well, he hasn't turned his ERS on, so I'm not sure how he's gone purple.
Yeah, or he's just maybe setting a banker lap and then going for it again, but oh, Stubby is retired.
And that is a pit entry, is it?
Yeah, but just before I think he lost it.
Wow.
Spritzy, 5th fastest time without ERS. That's quite a good lap then.
It is, yeah. 6/10 off pole position, as you say, without ERS, and down the straight you'll gain at least a couple of tenths anyway. So if you can find any corner improvement, you can find himself on the front row.
Snitsy going for it again. No, he's not improving. Let's see.
We've got Jono on his first lap as well, heading through sector 2 now. Oh, lost the rear end a little bit there, so he's maybe not going to set.
It's invalidated as well. But Matt now going for it. Up into P4. We've made it's a new season, of course, so the pace difference is, I think it became smaller because we got the likes of Yeast, Robin and Ferg moving up, who were like a second clear of the rest of the field. Up behind that it was really close, but it seems to be close as well for now. Some people already on the second lap, which is happening quite a lot when you're doing a wet lap. Oh, don't check. That's a nice save. Oh, it's got reset to track. That's not his fault, but
wow, I just caught that on the stream. Wow. Very close.
So Spritzy's done a lap with ERS now, but he's really struggling there in the first few corners. Someone I haven't noticed yet is Struggles is in P5. That isn't a bad lap at all.
Yeah, I'm watching out. Jono hasn't set a time yet, but he's coming around with not too much ERS remaining, so we'll see how the McLaren's time is going to be. Only 3 drivers yet to set a time.
Jono going purple. At least on screen.
Very twitchy. Yeah, very twitchy there. Steady through the final couple of corners then.
Need to watch out for the throttle. This trick is corner is quite tricky. The last one in the wet.
Can be, yeah. Let's see where he puts himself then. Into
9th.
9th. It's a good lap. Few tenths outside of the top 5. And we've got Smith, the man currently on the front row, only a tenth behind pole position. Just
switched to Spritzy there. He has gone to P3. Showed us. Don has gone faster.
Don.
The Haas.
2 tenths, good lap.
Kevin Magnussen in the RPM. Yeah. So champion in senior is struggling so far in this qualifying session, down in P13. It's still possible, of course, in the race. In the qualifying, still 8 minutes remaining, but people are expecting some big things from Reka in the chat, I see.
Likewise with Matt, who being the First Division champion from last season, so he's obviously got himself in a good position at the minute, but he's close.
And there he goes.
Pole. He goes top by a tenth of a second, so speak of the devil, and there he is. So he's obviously got the pace to challenge with these guys, especially in the wet conditions.
Yeah, and that shows why he's the champion, of course. Maybe if he does well this season, he can make the jump to the Premier Division. Craigo making a big move up to P6. Big jump.
Good laps. Who's this coming around now? Booty yet to start a time as he heads around the final corner.
Needs to be better for AlphaTauri, currently P18 and 19. It goes quickest.
Quickest. Wow.
That's my old teammate there. I've always enjoyed racing with him. Very nice guy. Oh, and Haas improved, so the track is definitely getting faster then.
Absolutely, into the 26s. There goes Huss. So Booty from last to second, well first, and then momentarily down to second. So good laps flying in now, very tight between the top four. And who else is on the way out? Most drivers, I believe, are on an in lap. Rodo, I think, is about to start another lap.
Yeah, he's just starting his lap. I'm having a quick look at the Ferrari drivers. I'm not sure if someone is on the lap.
Smith's gone up to P2 in the meantime.
It's a good lap. Williams gone unnoticed so far, but he's... Does he have a special Portugal helmet, or is it just his normal helmet?
I'm not sure.
Does look quite nice with the green.
He has taken the fastest sector 3 time with that lap as well. Booty holds fastest sector 2 and Rodo sector 1.
So Haas gone quickest without even setting a fastest sector. Or is it?
He has, yeah.
That's quite good. I think Don was on an improvement. I'm not sure if he's going for it, but yeah, he jumps up into P4. Oh, and Tonček has also moved up to P7, so people starting to drop back now when they haven't set their lap times. Rodo in P6, up 2.5 tenths. Can he get to P3 maybe? Or even higher? Yep, P3, 27.1. So still only one driver into the 126.
We've got Chimichanga heading round, coming to the just crossing at sector 2, sorry, and he'll obviously need the big improvement. 2/10 gap to the car ahead. Oh, and he's dropped it.
Commentator's curse already starting this season.
Difficult traction zone coming through turn 8. Probably the hardest on the track, and he's dropped it. Kept the car alive though. And get it back to the pits.
We got a lot
didn't even get 5 minutes without a commentator's curse.
I didn't notice, but Craigo has gone second fastest, just behind Haas. But look at how many different constructors there are in the top. I think the top
7.
No, top 9 even, maybe, or not?
Top 9, yeah, top 9. I stopped looking. Top 9. Wow.
So every team is...
Wow.
only McLaren is still down, but Snitsy is improving, so we could see 10 different teams in the top 10. So that will also mean that I think the constructors will be exciting then, if you have a lot of pace spread between between all teams.
Chimichanga's, I believe he's compromised himself slightly coming out of the final corner. It looked as though he was in 2 minds about whether he was going to box or go again. So he's gone again with only about half of his ERS remaining. That should be enough to get him around the lap. But he didn't carry all the speed. So his turn 1 may have been slightly down.
So 10 different teams in the top 10. This is very exciting to see. But I just noticed Wardy had gone 8 tenths up or 7 tenths up on his time, but he invalidated somewhere, so still down in P16.
So who is the team that is missing? Is it AlphaTauri? It's just got 1 driver? No, someone's there.
Someone has changed, so we got now 2 McLarens, but it was correct in the beginning.
Oh yeah, So good for them. That's my team, and Chimichanga's dropped it again, and he's out.
Oh.
He's out.
A lot of
He's dropped
people...
it heading through turns 10 and 11, I believe that is. Yeah, the exit of turn 11. Into the barrier. Right hand side.
Try to follow Flat now as he's up. He was at one point on provisional pole position. But now he's down to P9. He isn't... Well, he isn't... Doesn't look like he's going for a fast lap, maybe. But yeah, Aston Martin is looking really good in P1 and P4. I think Richie will be a bit disappointed when he sees that they were Ferrari drivers, or at least from his point of view, he is disappointed and he's taking Richie to court. So I hope Richie is prepared with his lawyers.
The hiring and firing saga.
Yeah.
Not best pleased there from Sprit.
But it seems like Spritzy has been involved in quite some sagas over the seasons, but Colin knows more about that. Is Haas going for it again? Yep, another improvement.
The 10th taken out at that time. There's a Haas stationary in turn 2. He's spun it, but he's still alive.
Yeah. So Ricca still with 1 minute. He can do one final lap, but he's still in P15. That's not the way he wanted to start, I'm pretty sure. But it is only qualifying.
Got a Red Bull. Who is that? Ricca. Yep. It'll be interesting to see who, if anyone has opted for a wet setup. I can't imagine many people have. As you mentioned earlier, most of these drivers are probably on a dry setup. Unless they've gambled, but obviously as we've seen, it should be dry for the entirety of the race.
Oh, Dino up to P2. Oh, Booty's gone quickest. So with
big margin.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go in the session, and the track is becoming quicker and quicker. So we need to watch out for every driver here.
So I think both McLarens are in the pit lane, so their session is over.
And Smith is also done for today. I think Flat was the last one to cross the line within the time. We keep having a yellow flag in my screen, but it's no. Some people still continue. It is the flag now. And both Aston Haas is gone, so Haas won't be a pole position. Spritzy.
Tonsek made it to the line by a second there. Spritzy. Oh, and he's
quickest.
Spritzy takes pole position. Let's see how long that lasts. I was going to say Tonsek just made it to the line by about a second, but he dropped it coming through turn 2. So that's his session over. P12.
Oh, Rodo just up into P2. Can Craigo challenge? He was looking strong.
Booty's heading around the final corner.
Yep. Oh, he's gone in, so he is happy with P6. Dino's still in P5. Can he improve? I'm not sure if he's on the lap. He's not going quick, so he's going in as well. Booty isn't improving. Wardy then is invalidated, so he's done. Who is that Haas? Freefall. Freefall not improving. Oh, Smith left. Flat gone P5. But Smith has left the session. And I hope he can rejoin in time, but otherwise he's done.
I didn't notice that. Unfortunate for him. Let's hope so. We don't want any issues on the first race. Don in the Haas goes into the pit lane. He came around the final corner. He heads into the pits.
And Tonchek is not improving as well. So those are the final standings then.
Wow, well done, Spritzy.
And Spritzy is on pole. Aston Martin 1 and 4. Rodo on the second row to grid. Now the 4 faster car. I think he was P3 in the championship last season. With the 2 faster cars now up to Premier, he can challenge maybe. Booty is in P3. And you know more about how he did last season, but
did. So then we've got 2 Aston Martins in the top 4. And other than that, it's a pretty fairly spread out top 10. The only other team with 2 drivers, I believe, is that Alpine. Yes, Alpine in... oh no, not Alpine.
No. It is...
Just
I
Aston
think...
Martin.
Yeah, just Aston Martin there. But, yeah, no Haas in the top 10. And Cosmo is in P10 for the Mercedes. To be fair, I was racing with Spritzy in the Monday, in a Monday group or practice, with and he was looking pretty strong.
Yeah, it's good to see him up there. I'm pleased, and he'll be very happy with that. I'm sure. I didn't get a chance to watch him much last season.
Yeah, me too. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. Just
Absolutely.
looking at the final results, Rika is down in P13, so he will want to improve then. Someone else surprising, maybe Wardy down in P16, but that's about it. As we already discussed most of these drivers.
Yeah, we've got a few guys in the chat. Richie, the latest, to put some messages in. And yes, it is going to be a dry race. That was the conversation we were having, whether the drivers had opted for a dry setup during qualifying. So we'll have to see if anyone's going to suffer. We'll see how they get on going into turn 1. Fingers crossed we make it through the first lap without a safety car.
Yeah, but knowing this turn 1, I'm not so sure. But I think these drivers are capable to do that. But
Absolutely.
it is a very tricky turn 1. Every lap, I feel it's a challenge.
It is. I remember I believe it was the back end of season 3 when we did Portimao, or maybe it was the very start of season 4. I went 4 wide into turn 1 and somehow made it through, but I don't think others did. It's tough. Particularly, you know, if they've got mixed setups as well, that could shake the order going into turn 1 again.
I've not got a famous clip. We know a famous clip from our friend Evil. After his famous radio, we could call it. I don't know if you've seen the video.
I've heard about it, but I don't think I've seen it. Here we go then. Let's take a look at the tyres. See what people have decided to go with.
Let's see, there it is.
We've got one soft runner.
Jono.
Which is an interesting call.
That's definitely interesting because the tyre wear is really high around here, so quite surprised.
It's interesting to see how long those last for him. But the majority of the top 12 on medium tyres, bar Craig in P7, and then, as you would expect, the majority of the back runners on hard tyres, again, apart from Chimichanga and Jono. So, yeah, really, really interesting to see how long he can stretch those softs out for. I can't imagine it'll be any more than maybe 9-10 laps.
I think that, yeah, the strategy is just popped up on the screen. Around 9 laps for the soft tires, so it is dry during the whole race, Colin and everyone else in the chat. At least that's what the test is telling us. It is fixed again. I think the damage is also fixed, right? So
we'll have to see.
I really hope so, because last season, yeah, it was a bit useless. But I couldn't see the damage. Just had to do it by eye.
So Spritzy leads us around then. A little bit of a gap approaching. You won't want to have to sit on the grid for too long, so we might want to back these guys up a little bit.
And now we can maybe the dry will also make a bit of a difference here, of course, in the pace. Some people enjoy the wet, but I'm pretty sure most don't. Or at least it is tricky to race on the... But we've seen wet 2 races in a row now, so I think we should prepare for tomorrow.
Absolutely, yeah. I need to get that setup sorted, because knowing my luck, it will rain. Wasn't prepared at all for that at the end of last season, so...
Nope.
we go then. The final driver heads around the final corner. Spritzy's in his grid box. Has anyone going to get disqualified?
Yep.
There's one. So he'll be starting on cold tyres. Cosmo as well.
Jono. Oh, Jono on the softs.
Ooh, that's not going to help him at all.
And I think everyone else is lined up. It's a beautiful view for the start.
It is.
Waiting for the first 5 lights of the season, and they are gone. Let's see who has a great start. I think Rodo's got a good start, but Booty's up to P1 in the middle, and behind it is close. It's a collision, and someone is around. It's Smith.
Mercedes.
Just was bound to happen there. And Alfa Romeo involved as well, down to the back.
Yeah, Smith down 9 places then. Just gained 1 back, 8 places, the biggest loser. Going to turn 1.
Jono is going slow. Losing out. Behind Dragos, 5 cars fighting, and someone's lost his wing. It is a Mercedes. Oh, and he hit the back of a Williams, and he's gone into the AlphaTauri there. That was a bit of a weird situation. But Booty's got a mega start.
Yes, he's already cleared Spritzy by 1.5 seconds. I had my eyes on Spritzy's onboard. He didn't get the best traction. And he enabled ERS quite early, and I don't think that aided in his start either, which allowed Booty to get ahead. There's been another incident at McLaren, is it?
Yep. And Haas, I think.
Track.
It's done. Let's see up
Cosmo
front.
without a front wing. Everyone else has a front wing, I believe.
Yeah. Everyone else is still no damage. As Booty sets the fastest lap, of course. I do notice that we only see 3. Oh, as Jono's got damage as well, and that means that he is. Oh, he's disqualified for blocking the pit lane. That is not a good start to your season.
Not at all. McLaren there. Oh, there's contact. It's Dragos has just been hit in the rear by Don, and Don has lost his front wing. The Haas. And there's a safety car, or a virtual safety car.
Yeah, virtual safety car. I'm looking at the damage, and I'm noticing that almost no one has set the. Or it still doesn't work for most drivers.
Yeah, well, I'm seeing a Haas without a front wing, and.
Oh, you see more than me, so that's better.
No, sorry. I mean, on the game,
on
but
screen,
on the task, it's not registered.
So still problems then. It's good to see the warnings though. That gives us because track limits are easily done here at this track.
Absolutely.
This
so
also
let's see who benefits here. Virtual safety cars are always a little bit questionable on the restart. If you get caught out in a bad place, let's see when it ends. You'd think it would end on the straight, perhaps, for most of these drivers.
Yeah. I'm looking at the position change. Jimmy and Freefall got a very good start, both up 7 positions. And Rika has gone up 5 places as well, so good start from him.
Interestingly, Cosmo has boxed onto the soft tyres, so he'll be hoping for a safety car.
Oh, Booty drive
they're all
through.
picking up penalties. Oh, wow.
Our leader's got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. And someone else got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane then.
So that hands net P1 over to Rodo then. We'll see when Booty's going to come in. You'd think he would extend the mediums as far as he can, come in as late as he can, and then try and stay out on the hards. No good coming in this lap.
Nope. They're looking at a battle behind for P4 with the Matt, Snitsy and Haas. So Aston Martin race pace can't keep up so far with the top guys. Still in good position though. And Craigo is looking in a good position on the hards. The first on the hards. Booty is having the fastest lap. He needs to make a gap. Is DRS already enabled?
Yes, in DRS, P4 is up for grabs going into turn 1, but he holds what he has. Nearly makes contact there.
He's
and
gone
he's
up.
lost the position to Matt.
So, interestingly, Wardy's gone... Oh, that's because of the virtual safety car, of course. Sending the fastest laps behind. But it's a big battle here.
So a tight pack of cars battling for P4, then Huss leads Matt and Schnitzy within a second, the two drivers.
Yep. Listening at the back for a quick minute as we see Jimmy and Dragos are also fighting. Oh no, Cosmo it is. The other Mercedes. Still a big gap. Wardy's putting pressure on free fall for P11. Both Ferraris on the hard tires, so they're doing a different strategy than most of the front runners. While we know from real life how good Ferrari strategy can be, so I'm hoping it's different. But Matt is pushing, and he's up into P4.
Clears him before the braking zone. Very close there though, Huss not letting that up easily. He might dive. No, just going to see where he is.
Taking a different line through here.
And it probably won't be long until Matt is up behind Spritzy, who's struggling to maintain the pace of the drivers ahead, 2.5 seconds behind Rodo already, and Matt's probably going to clear him within the next couple of laps.
Matt still with that penalty from Booty on podium course here. And behind we see the other Red Bull fighting. Oh, someone spun. It's Dino. Just caught it in my... He does have a big gap behind somehow, because Dragos was already 7.5 seconds behind. So I'm not sure what happened there, but... yeah, Matt is already behind Spritzy. Maybe Spritzy will hold up Matt as long as he can, so Huss can stay close.
Keeping my eyes on that battle.
Matt has some great paces. Booty's gone in to serve that drive through then. Promoting Rodo in P1, sorry.
There's a chance that Matt takes him here. Rolls.
Yeah, safe option.
I think Spritzy may have used some ERS, yeah.
Rodo, oh, Snitzy has spun.
Oh no. Not a good day for the McLaren so far. He's held his position. He's lost a lot of time.
Yeah, he dropped
Matt's
down.
Matt's taking Spritzy.
Oh, just missed that. There he is.
Into the hairpin, and it's done.
So Matt more confident on those dry tires compared to the wet, or has a better setup compared to the guys behind?
Spritzy's not giving up on this. He's lunged him into the braking zone and tried to get a good exit.
Will we see some... Yeah. We'll maybe see some Aston Martin Civil War already in the beginning of the season.
See how they negotiate tackling each other. That's the closest gap, I believe, on the whole grid yet. 4 tenths. So there'll be a double DRS slipstream heading down to turn 1. There's a chance that Huss will benefit off that being closer to Spritzy. And with significantly more ERS as well, 33% to 70%, so Huss may just get this move done cleanly. Spritzy would probably be wise not to defend too hard. He moves to the inside.
Yeah, he moves to the inside. I thought he was defending, but... oh, his teammate does go wide. Huss... But they were pretty equal on pace. So interesting to see how this works. And what their strategy is.
Got Schmidt closing in on Booty right in his gearbox as they head through turn 3. He's going to get him under DRS perhaps into the downhill braking area.
Oh, Stubby's got a 3-second time bounty. That's his teammate behind. But Booty dropped down to P12 then from that virtual safety car, so hasn't lost out too much.
And the box onto
No, he stayed on the same tire.
Still, it's all just a drive-through, of course.
Yeah. It's, to be fair, it's quite a difficult track to overtake. I mean, in the corners it's not that easy, and on the main straight you just have to have a good run. But if you choose to have a better setup on the straight, it will work. But we'll see a battle for P5 then. Even with DRS struggling to close in.
Took that beautifully there, the apex Riker.
Yeah.
Turn 1. He's going to set himself up nicely for a move at the end of the DRS zone, perhaps.
Another DRS zone. This one is short, but if you're close behind, you can make a move into the next corner. Oh, he's choosing a different line. But Red Bull and Aston Martin, the teams in the top 6. And Red Bull, of course, last season's champions in the championship. Different drivers back then, but still same team. And Aston Martin won the All Gear Constructors. Very unfortunate for us. Ferrari again, as we lost it again. Oh,
Haas.
Yep. It's free fall. Taking some free spaces on track.
Kept it together, thankfully. I think he's still got his front wing intact, as he does.
Yep.
So Riker again, possibly looking to make a move into turn 1, but he's going to be too far back. He's staying within DRS though.
He needs to save a bit more ERS, because he has used some of it, but so does Craigo. So
Smith into turn 1, pulls out, doesn't get the move done.
Booty now got DRS from Tonchek ahead, so it's a bit of a DRS train from Wardy down to P14. But I'm looking at Matt compared to Rodo, and Rodo is gaining some time as Booty goes up the inside, forcing
minor wheel-to-wheel contact, no damage.
Yeah, forcing his way through, and Tonchek still holding on or up the inside. He does have a...
Oh dear.
Oh, and now Smith putting the switch back. Smith almost onto the grass, but he's fast as well. So Tonchek losing 2 positions because of his line through there.
And now
yeah.
Oh my god, look at that, 3 places. Great racing. Is he done? Is he still alongside? He is still alongside. He has the inside line now, he's given him the space.
Clean racing so far.
Well, that's it, he's going to get DRS, but around the outside. No. So Tonsek down 3 positions in, what, 2 sectors.
Yeah.
Not a great lap for him.
But he's coming back.
He's going to get it back straight away here on the AlphaTauri.
AlphaTauri no DRS. And Tonchek more ERS as well. Side by side into turn 1. Oh. He's going through again up into P12. Oh no, P13. But Smith is putting pressure on Booty now. Still behind him.
Lots of drivers at the back picking up their time penalties. I believe is one guy already on 5 seconds and the rest on 3. Yes, Don picked up a speed limit penalty, the rest track limits.
Tonchek has been overtaken again by Stubby. But I'm looking at the YouTube. I'm not sure if that's live, but I think we got 22 guys watching. That's quite a lot actually.
It is. I mean, I see the same. Last season, having 2 streams at once,
yeah,
it was sort of. I tended not to get too many drivers, and that's a Haas again. Freefall lost it in the same place, 2 laps running, or 3 laps. Yeah, so he's not enjoying that horrible turn 8, difficult traction zone.
And has now back markers.
Unfortunate for them, not a good day.
It's still not over as Smith now passed Booty.
But Booty's got the run. He's going to put his nose up, surely. He does.
Yeah. But then
He's gone deep.
Smith is waiting for the DRS detection. There he is. He's behind and got the inside for this corner. But better traction from Booty. He's closing him in.
Good clean racing there.
And that's a good move.
And Booty's got him. Keeps the position after losing it into turn 1.
Yeah, so
Now they head through turn 8.
Smith was looking good, but he had that incident at the start. And Booty got that drive through. So on pace they're really close. And they're fighting for P11. It's not maybe what they wanted, but it is the situation. Riker's still behind Craigo.
Yeah, I was just watching that myself. Again, not quite close enough, I don't think, to make a move, but he's still going to gain on him. Craigo without DRS.
But Craigo is within the DRS zone of Spritzy right now.
He is, yeah.
Smith going for it again? He is. He's passed again. These guys are switching places every lap. No one can break the DRS. But when will the mediums start to drop off? That's the question. Cosmo in from the soft tires. We have a 12 round. Is it 12 rounds this season, right?
Yeah.
So even shorter than last season. So every race will be very, very important.
Yeah, just like back in the good old days. Very important races. Which I think's better. I mean, there's less chance of missing some, and
yeah,
as
yeah.
you say, every one is so much more important.
I'm glad it isn't this season because I was on holiday at the start of season 4 and I missed 3 rounds. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have missed a quarter of the season, and that it's impossible to catch up.
Yeah, 3 doesn't sound like much, does it? But in such a short season,
yeah,
it really makes the difference. I was the same. Not 3 in a row, but I also missed 3 myself, and that really hampered my points tally. I was quite disappointed with where I finished, so I'm keen to improve on that this year.
I mean, my season before in season 3 was really good.
Oh, Craigo! Oh no!
A collision between Spritzy and a Ferrari, so he will definitely not be happy with the team right now. Snitzy, though, can he take Spritzy as well? Craigo around the outside. Craigo is still holding on, but yeah, the stewards will have a look at this. I'm a chief steward, so I'm pretty sure Spritzy will report this because he lost 2 positions. We got a yellow in sector 2. It's the other Ferrari. It's Wardy in the grass. So, not the best of laps from Ferrari drivers.
Yeah, he's kept it going back on track. And how's Craigo going to do? Obviously, Riker was gaining anyway. He's picked up that position. Spritzy back down to P5. Craigo out of DRS, and he's going to be in trouble from Schnitzy in behind. Similar ERS. Let's see what can be done as they head down the main straight. Also, Dragos behind, closing in on P8.
Craigo has a lot of straight line speed because he's gaining a lot on Spritzy again. And Dragos is putting pressure on Dino, so this is maybe the moment where the hard tires have the advantage on the mediums.
Yeah, most will be coming in, I imagine, in the next 2 laps on the mediums. But Schnitzy's not doing too bad to hang on. He's really pushing Craigo, putting pressure on him from behind, while Craigo tries to gain on Spritzy on those weakening medium tyres. And Schnitzy's got a great exit. He might put himself alongside, heading into turn 10.
Around the outside. Now for the inside, no, he stays behind.
Oh, close.
Really close. Richie saying Binotto entered the paddock. Maybe he did. But still, Craigo is still in P6 though, so not too much lost. And he has a decent gap behind as well to P8.
And that's given Spritzy some breathing room. He's safe from DRS, but obviously 2.5 seconds behind Riker, so he's comfortably in P5 for the moment.
Yep. Dragos making a move as Smith has gone in. Dragos up the inside.
Oh, little contact.
Oh, I
wide.
thought Dino was spun round, but he's still ahead. Oh, Stubby's spun, but I think he was next to Booty, so maybe teammate collision into turn 1. We'll have to ask him later there.
Morty snips up that position.
Smith coming ahead of Jimmy, no, behind, but where's Don? Don is ahead of Smith. Smith really slow on out of the exit there, but almost halfway across the during the race now.
Cosmo about to see blue flags, having boxed onto the hards, unless he can stay ahead before Rodo boxes, presumably next lap.
Flat, Matt has gone in. Been a big undercut. Great pace, and he's past Craigo again. So his race the best.
Craigo picking up. DRS is going to move to the inside. Oh, he outbreaks himself slightly, keeps it together.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Snitsy there.
Yeah, he was forced wide a little bit there.
But Craigo also needs to watch out. He has 2 warnings as well. Snitsy has a great run down this part of the track. He's still not ahead. No safety car so far, and only one disqualification because of the... And also one disqualification, but that was because of the pit lane, so... No crashes so far. I mean, the runoff is pretty big. As the top 2 is coming in. Craigo really struggling, it's a yellow. It's...
Pass again, free fall.
Free fall.
Yeah, free fall, drops it.
And where
does... the hairpin as well. So...
Yeah.
Interesting place to lose it. He's obviously just given it a little bit too much throttle on the exit there.
Where does Matt come out? Tires. And Dragos, can he stay ahead of Rodo? He is ahead. But Matt is quite some time behind. Oh, Craigo. I was just saying that he's picked up that 3rd warning. No warnings for Rika just yet. Rika, Rodo, no warnings, and same for Matt.
Yeah, they're all doing quite well out there, mostly.
Oh, Booty got sent wide by Don as Don has spun. So collision into turn 1, going side by side. And it hasn't been the best race for Haas.
No, it's been a nightmare for them, hasn't it?
Yeah. So
Wardy, right in the gearbox of Huss, heading over the bank into the final sector, going to turn 10, side by side.
Wardy on all the tires. So how much will those penalties come into play at the end of the race? As Craigo has gone in, Craigo lost a lot of time to Raika behind, or Raika in front, I should say.
He has a very substantial lead, isn't he? Over the rest. Wow, is that 12 seconds? Oh, hasn't pitted yet, of course.
Yeah. Both cars haven't pitted in the front. But they do have the medium advantage though, for the second part of the race.
Exactly, yeah.
Wardy taking a track limit warning there. His second of the race. One more and he will get penalized. But he can keep up with Haas on the old hard tires. Oh, Don speeding in the pit lane. Oh, he's retired in the pit lane. So one has given up tonight.
Yeah, it's been a bad day for the last team so far. 3-4 finds himself last as well, having just pitted.
And he's already a lap down. Raika still needs to go in, but yeah. It's not ideal.
Not ideal at all.
Bit of big gaps forming now. As Booty's the only one trying to overtake someone. As Jimmy's gone 15 laps on the hard so far. Medium, sorry.
Very close between Booty and Chimichanga as they head round turn 14.
Let's see, can he overtake? He has better traction and Jimmy not going in, but they both don't have any ERS left. But he is going for it, Booty, into turn 1. Up the inside. Oh, this will not end well. It does end well.
Oof.
Good racing.
Yeah.
Oh, Smith.
I feel like Chimichanga could have given him a little bit more room into turn 1, but they both made it through. A little bit of contact there.
Yeah, and now Dino who's taking the saying thank you.
Oh, it's got him.
And he moves up into no. Oh, Jimmy really late braking.
On those 16 lap old medium tyres as well. He's not giving up the position.
Yeah. I don't know if Dino expected that one. Dino.
So gaps opening up all over the place. Really nobody within a second apart from the drivers we're covering at the moment. Huge gaps after 20 laps around the Algarve International Circuit.
Yep. Not on the official season this year, but still on the game. Should have added Hockenheim instead.
This is true.
To be fair, the track isn't that bad, but still. It's better than China.
It is. Are they going there next year?
In real life.
Yeah.
I think they do, but it might be cancelled. Because of the COVID situation.
Yeah.
Some parts of the world still have those rules. But Krago now behind. Oh, Dragos! Oh, he just came out of the pits and now he's lost his wing. He was looking so well. I mean, he came out in P8 after his pit stop. And now he drops down to the back. So bad day for Mercedes as well. And Sinful. I know Sinful is in the chat. Sinful will not be happy. Still no safety car.
Yeah, let's hope drivers didn't underfuel. There's still plenty of opportunities for a safety car to come out, but a few drivers may have considered that that would have been inevitable. So they may have to do some fuel management toward the end of the race.
Raika may be hoping for that safety car because... Oh, Dragos picks up a penalty. As he limps back to the pits.
Yeah, nearly half of the drivers picking up penalties now. Also, I did just check, they aren't racing there next season, so this probably won't be on the next game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm thinking about China, but oh, it's free fall again. So a disaster for Haas. To be fair, Jimmy's in now.
In the pits, yeah. About
Still
18 laps on those mediums. That's some effort.
Yeah, that's very long time. Oh, Stubby picks up a penalty. But still a point for Mercedes. Jimmy's gone to the soft tires for 12 laps. I mean, his tire management might be good, but that's a long time.
Well, it is, but to be honest, I mean, I managed in a practice to take them 13 laps before I started to feel it.
Before you started to feel it?
Before they started to drop off.
Oh, that's some interesting... so you will do half the race on the softs almost. 13 laps, 15 laps maybe, if possible.
Yeah, I think you'll be okay, especially if there's a safety car, you can manage those and stay out, but...
Soft
I like
medium.
it, I like it, why not?
Risk it. Just risk it. Depends on
Yeah,
where
why
you
not?
start. Take the mediums for 20 laps and then go to the softs. A bold strategy.
Yeah. 12 laps, I think, is manageable.
Yeah, I think I did 8 laps on the softs to finish the race, and it wasn't too bad, so it is possible. But Jimmy is
So,
now in
gaps then.
P15.
Schnitzy is closing in on Spritzy,
Yeah,
which is a mouthful.
Wardy and Rijka still haven't pitted yet, so I mean Wardy will most likely drop down quite some positions. But he will
Yeah, in
go to
this,
the soft side, I think.
exactly, I was just going to say, both Riker and Wardy likely to go straight to the softs.
But if Rijka goes to the softs, I mean he isn't that far. I think, yeah, there he goes. He's in, just following him then.
Let's see. What
Can
have the Rebel team brought out for him?
It is soft tires. So he can do a comeback on the softs maybe. Rodo moves up into P1. Matt now in P2, but he is slowly closing in on Rodo, but I'm not sure if it is enough. And can Rijka stay ahead of Haas?
Between Haas. He's
Yeah.
going to get on Haas,
Well, Haas with Wardy will be behind him, and he needs, so Rijka is in P4 on the soft tires. Now it's very high chance he will overtake Haas. But what can he do from there? Of course, he's the champion machine here, and he was quick on. So I'm assuming he will be quick on the soft. But can he catch to his teammate? I don't think so in 10 laps. It's quite a lot to gain there.
It is. Yeah, it is. You'd think Wardy would surely come in this lap.
Yeah.
And Chimichangas is taking Cosmo down at the back there with a massive gap to Consac ahead.
Richie also in the chat saying it's getting risky now for Wardy on those tires and he should need to pit. And Westy saying come on Red Bull.
Ooh. Wardy took a little bit of curve there. Not too much.
Is Wardy going in? Let's see the way his steering is going. No, he's staying out.
Stays out.
So he's probably just waiting for a virtual safety car to happen, but you can't wait for the whole race. So
yeah, I'd love to be able to see what his telemetry's like, but we don't have that.
So Freefall and Dragos are fighting in between Rodo and Matt, and this will be very annoying for Matt when you try to catch up to driver ahead and two back markers are fighting in front of you. But yeah, Freefall moves out of the way, so well done. Let's see what the penalties are like. Just for a second. So
sorry, go on.
Yeah, Snitsy is on 3, Krago is on 3, Smith is on 3, Jimmy is on 3, Dragos on 3, Freefall on 3, Stubby is on 6, Booty is on 5. So the AlphaTauris are having the most seconds worth of penalties. Oh,
Matt is also unable.
Jimmy spun.
On the softs, no.
There he goes, Rijka on the softs, fastest lap, and up into P3.
Easily.
Wardy's in. Just as Snitchy moves up into P5. So a lot of position changes happening right now.
True, let's take a look at the biggest gainer then. So Riker up 10 places, Stubby up 10 places.
Yeah, from the back of the grid.
Yeah, Huss currently where he started. Consistency.
Yeah. I mean, Spritzy dropped from pole position to P6.
It's not over yet though, he's closing in behind the McLaren.
And he's still within that 3 seconds of the penalty. It's only 8 laps remaining in this first race of the season opener in Portugal.
And no safety car yet.
No.
Oh, I hope we get to the end, because that'll be really good, respectful, clean driving if we can avoid that.
Yeah, we have seen some clean racing this race, and that's what we want to see, of course. We know that these drivers are clean as well. So Raikko's pushing, but I don't think he can catch his teammate though. He just needs to create a big enough gap for when the maybe a bit of drop off starts to happen. But then again, Haas is on the hard, so the pace on the hards isn't that good compared to the softs. Oh, yellow.
Oh no.
It's free fall again.
Haas again.
He's having a nightmare race. And no points as well, but he's still going. And that is has my respect. Yeah.
Exactly, but that must be 5 or 6 mistakes there, which is unfortunate. Get traction control on, mate, you'll be fine.
Yeah, if he isn't using any, then just put it on. It's also a learning curve as well, maybe, if he's just started racing. I'm not sure
Yeah,
how
I mean,
old
it's
he
a
is,
tough track, isn't it? It really is a
Yeah.
tough track.
I've spun 4 times Monday.
Wow,
So,
yeah. Well, that's it. More corners than not are difficult traction zones. Turn 1, turn 3, turn 8, even the hairpin and the final 2 corners.
Speaking about...
Is that?
Yeah, it's Wardy. That difficult corner uphill.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so
it's really tricky.
Quite a few of the 15 corners then are difficult traction zones, so you can't really blame these guys for dropping the ball, but credit to those who keep it together.
Free fall going for the softs.
Yeah.
As Smith is overtaking Dino for P10. And he's passed. Dino just needs to stay close. We just need to... I mean, it's difficult to judge where everyone is because of all those penalties. But yeah, the front 4, of course, don't have any. That's a bit easier to see. But I'm noticing that Matt is closing in because of some back markers here. But it's 2.2 now.
Is he going to pick up
DRS? Oh, it is... Stubby has gone round. Still in P11 though. Has a big gap to Tonjek. But it's become shorter now, but it was 15 seconds. Not a lot of battles going on.
So Spritty once again within DRS. Depending on whether he goes for a move or not, I doubt he'll catch up to his teammates. So all he has to do is stay within that 3-second margin. Which is
Bring on the P5.
He'll probably do, yeah. Can't imagine he's going to risk too much. He's clear in front and behind. And his penalties, let's take a look at his penalties there for Spritz. He's got two warnings, so he does need to be careful not to get another track limits warning. It won't change much, but he'll just have to fight for that position, in which case.
Yeah. But
oh, the McLaren's off!
Oh no, Snitsy. That's another position for Craigo.
So then, again, commentator's curse, kinda. Reversal, kinda. Spritzy doesn't need to bother, because he's just taking the position anyway. So the top 5 then without penalties, which is good to see from them, and then obviously the next 4.
Smith, I think Smith and Booty have more than 3, right?
Yes. No, just Booty.
Oh, does Smith have 3?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But he's 9, nearly 10 seconds behind.
Yeah. There's, oh, wait, I need to put the wrong button here.
So Spritzy is lapping within 1/10 of his quickest time, so he's still got pace as the field drops out.
It's a Mercedes. It's Cosmo. Again. As he lost his wing. He might have, I'm not sure. But I was looking at Dragos, because Dragos is staying close to Rodo, and I think because he's on new mediums as well, and his pace was really strong before that wing loss, so this might be a help for Rodo, but also annoying when you see a car behind you pushing, knowing he might overtake you. Entering the final laps then.
Yeah, no notable margins. A lot of drivers. Booty, the only guy within DRS. And that's for the time being. Obviously, with that 5-second penalty, that will shift around a little bit. He won't lose any positions, but if he overtakes anyone, he's got a lot of work to do to hold onto the position. He might be best just holding what he has. He's within DRS though, as he heads around the final corner. Not much ERS to defend with. Neither does Schnitzy, in all fairness.
This guy's using a lot, not saving any, but maybe he was using a lot to close in. I think he should just try to save for 2 laps and then just make a move. But and then again, yeah, you have 2 seconds more worth of penalties. But how many does Snitsy has? He has 4. But Booty needs to watch out, because if he gets another warning, he will get another 3 seconds.
Just looking at some of the comments in the press room.
Oh, Wardy and Tonchek collision.
Oh no, turn 1 is it?
Yeah, Wardy was about to. He finally closed into Tonchek. I was keeping an eye out on him, and then into turn 1, the Ferrari is round. So P13.
Cosmo boxes. And Stubby within DRS. Yeah, so Rodo was talking about in the press room how he feels good and has the potential to get some good results, and he says he's going for nothing less than the title. So as it stands, he's on course to make the best start he could have done. Obviously no point for pole position, and I'm not sure who has the fastest lap.
I think
Raikkonen
has the
start of the season.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Raikkonen does have the fastest lap by over a second, I believe. At least a second to the guys ahead.
Wheel banging between Snitsy and Booty. Booty up the inside. Booty is a guy of going for it when he has the opportunity to go for it. Seems like. But it's working.
And he has 2.5 laps to extend that 2-second gap, which will be a task. Otherwise he's going to drop back down behind Schnitzy. Unless, of course, Schnitzy picks up another penalty. And as it stands, Schnitzy is on only 4, so he's got 2 track limits warnings left before another penalty. And Booty is 1 warning away from a further 3-second penalty.
Yeah, a little fighting between Dino and Stubby. Brodo is managing the pace very well at the front. Does have to be said. Keeping the champion from first division behind, and he was unlucky that he had the likes of Ferg and Yeast, who were much quicker than he was in the championship. I mean, they were definitely have the top of high gear Premier pace, because
Agreed.
If you look at Robin, his qualifying times, it was very close to Colin his, and that shouldn't be possible when you're in a lower division. But now he's released from those, and he's ahead of the champions from the both divisions lower. Now, I wouldn't say senior is lower necessarily, because 3 senior drivers are up in P3, 4 and 5, so...
Yeah, great pace all around, and it's difficult merging all these tiers to try and... Oh, Haas maybe? Yeah. No. Difficult to merge these tiers, but it seems like the pace is... that the competition in pace is quite good in this opening race.
It is only 1 race this season, so you can't really judge it so far. I mean, the pace for the fight is close. For the lead, sorry. It isn't that so someone is walking away with it.
Yeah, a great day for Red Bull, and Aston Martin Cosmo takes the fastest lap.
He won't. I don't know if he get points for it though, because he's P16.
Very true.
Oh, and he picks up a penalty. But
So he's taking the point off Riker then.
It's the last lap as well. I didn't notice.
Flying around. Let's see. Where is Rodo? Is he coming through sector 1, sector 2?
Yeah,
still got a little bit of time.
He has a Mercedes in between him. That's Dragos. But yeah, I don't think Matt will overtake. Free fall, another penalty. The good thing for him today is that he doesn't need to do an extra lap. He can do a lap less. But the final corners are entering here for Rodo. Got the lead because of Booty. His drive-through and held on to it for the whole race. Moved to Alpine to win the first race of the season. And we got Matt in P2. And congratulations to Rodo there on that win. 1.5 seconds ahead of Matt. And Raika and the other Red Bull completes the podium.
Good day for the Aston Martin team as well. That's coming around in P4. Spritty coming across the line in P5. So Red Bull and Aston Martin have had a great race there together.
And Craigo on. Oh, what's the gap between Snitsy and Booty there? 1/10 of a second. So one lap extra and he would have got in. Yeah. So Craigo in P6. Good points for him. But then again, he still has maybe that under investigation with Spritzy. Snitsy then in P7. Booty is in P8. Smith recovered to P9 after the turn 1 incident. Dino is in P10. Stubby in P11 from the back of the grid. It is. Oh, it's. What happened there? I saw a Haas crash in the background.
Oh, not again.
I'm not sure if you.
Did he finish?
I'm not so sure. I can't see so far, but I'm. Going to wait for it.
Wait and see. It'd be very disappointing if he lost. I mean, was he in the points? I don't think so.
No, he was in P17, but it's still
disappointing. Yeah, if he did all that just to crash on the final corner.
I think he crashed on the main straight trying to do a donut or something. So.
Okay.
I mean, it looked like it from the position he was in.
Let's see then if he managed to cross the line. Not that it would make any difference.
Oh, sorry, I clicked the podium away. That's my mistake. But yeah, looking at the final results then. No fastest lap point then. Wardy is in P13 for Ferrari. Jacobs in P14. Still 2 points for Mercedes. And the other Alpine. Jimmy picks up the last point. Cosmo is in P. I think he did finish free fall. So.
Okay, cool.
Good thing to say. We already have 2 tickets for the season. So. I'm pretty sure this won't be the final results after penalties applied maybe, but still a great race we have seen from the top 3 and everyone else.
Yeah, no safety car either, which is excellent. Yep. Quick, get through the race, jobs are good, and just one virtual safety car right at the start. But all round, some great racing. Up next, we have, well, obviously Premier tomorrow, but these guys will be heading off to Japan next.
When do we have the sprint? The reverse championship sprints?
That is a good question, to which I don't have the answer.
We'll have to wait.
We will.
Oh, I got it. It's in Bahrain. So no, it's round 4 in Brazil. Will be the first one to feature the sprint, but this is not the case then in Japan next week.
Okay.
So that's it.
Good stuff. Good racing, everyone.
Yep, and thank you for joining us in the chat. We got a lot of guys watching. I think the most I've had during a stream.
Yep.
So good race, good start of the season, and a good start to the Giro as well, in my opinion.
Exactly.
So yeah, thank you all for joining us today. And we will be back tomorrow, so please make sure to watch that as well. I mean, a lot of guys are watching, so watch us tomorrow. We will be racing, and it will be very exciting in the teams championship again. McLaren versus Ferrari. I hope we don't have any incidents.
No, I'm sure we won't.
No, I'm pretty sure.
I
And
hope we
otherwise,
don't.
I think I will be starting further back with this competitive grid. So no
Yeah,
problem into turn one. But
yeah,
yeah.
very
So
good.
yeah, thank you for joining me as well in the new season. Combined comes for the first time. No, it's not the first time, but it's a new season. It's the first time. So
Exactly.
and for that, that was my last words. Do you have anything to say?
No, nothing else to add. Just looking forward to next week, getting more used to the comms as well, and then obviously kicking off
Yeah,
our season
that
tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for everyone for joining. Good interaction. I didn't get to read too much of it, but it was good to have plenty of numbers in the chat. So yeah, that's all. Good stuff. We'll be back next week.
yeah, and I agree on that. And for the final time, good evening, everyone, and goodbye.